Today we're going to be going over the rule of 72. So the rule of 72 is a simple formula used to estimate the number of years it takes for an investment to double. Now the key word here is estimate. The rule of 72 does not provide exact calculations. So when is the rule of 72 useful? It's useful when you want a quick approximation and don't want to dive into any complex calculations. Assuming a constant rate of return, there is an exact and precise formula to calculate how long it will take for your investment to double. However, this formula is a bit more complicated than the simple, straightforward calculation that you get with the rule of 72. One very important thing to take note of with the rule of 72 is that there are some limitations. The first one is that it assumes a constant rate of compounding, which isn't always accurate in the real world, such as the stock market. Stock market returns tend to vary from year to year. For example, you could go down 5% in one year, and the next year you could go up 10%. Sure, over a 10-year period, you could get an average return of 8%, but you're not getting constantly 8%. You're going down 5% one year, up 10% the next year, and so on. Another very important limitation is that it works best with market returns between 6 and 10%. Outside of this range, it still provides a decent estimate, but they do become less accurate the more you deviate from this range. Here is the formula for the rule of 72. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. We got the 72, this is constant, this is always the same, it's always 72, and that's why it's called the rule of 72. We got T, so T is equal to 72 divided by R. T is the time it takes for the investment to double, so the number of years it takes for the investment to double, and R is the annual interest rate. So R is the interest rate. Now let's try an example. You have an investment with an annual rate of return of 8%. Apply the rule of 72 to estimate how long or how many years it will take for your investment to double. Remember, T is equal to the time or number of years it takes for the investment to double, and R is equal to your annual interest rate or annual rate of return. So reading the question, our annual rate of return or annual interest rate, so our R is this 8%. So we sub in 8% for R, our annual rate of return or annual interest rate, they're the same thing, and we get T is equal to 72 divided by 8. 72 divided by 8 is obviously equal to 9. So T is equal to 9. So it will take 9 years for our investment to double.